Hi Micky, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson this morning. So, really happy with a lot of things. Good swing. We can see your takeaway. The first move's not too bad, but we're going to see that club head just goes a little bit too inside for my liking. So it's a little bit too underneath that forearm, and that club face just tends to get almost toe up. We can see here that club's there, a little bit toe up. So that's where some of them push cuts come from. If we can get the club face to match your spine angle, sort of this way, and keep the club head a little bit more in front, that was going to make life a lot easier. So if we look at Alex Noren here on the right, we'll see as he takes the club away, we can see the club face is much more closed, okay, and you can see that matches his spine angle, where you can see yours club face is there and your spine is there, so they don't quite match. So we're just trying to keep the club head a little bit more in front, bisect the hands, and get the club face a little bit more closed. As we go to the top, we can see here already the gap between his elbows are just spreading, and what that's going to do is going to make you a little bit narrow at the top, but also it gets that club in across the line there, because of this right elbow for me is too far behind you and not enough pointing down to the ground. So again, if we look at Alex, that point there, his elbows are squeezed, and look at that elbow, it almost points directly at the ground, where yours takes a lot bit further to get to the ground. So, and that's going to cause some issues. So because that elbow is a bit sprayed at the top, the likelihood is your arms and hands are going to follow this red line coming down, which we can see they do. And what that's going to do is, because you're coming down there, we can see the shaft is cutting through your left forearm. Okay, so that already is what we call a little bit steep. If we look at Alex from the top, he'll swing a little bit longer than you, but because his elbow is in a better position here, that elbow's just going to drop into his body. And look at the club head and shaft, it cuts through his right forearm. So very different to you, but it's all caused purely through the fact that the elbow's in a better position at the top. Once we got you in that position, you was hitting that line there, the same as Alex, the same position. So because again yours is slightly in front or a little bit steep, you're going to see here coming into the ball, if we draw a line through the ball, your club head is now sort of right at that line, so it's being delivered from the outside to in, which is what you said earlier on. And then from there we're going to sort of swipe across it with an open club to hit that cut. Obviously we don't quite time that right, that's a push cut. And with a driver you can hit the odd snap hook with that, where the body slows down and the hands will just take over. Where again, if we look at Alex here again, if I try and draw a straight line, there you go, you'll see that his club head is always to the left of that red line coming into the ball, club face stays square, rip through. So very, very easy looking swing. So how do we fix yours? So I gave us a very easy thing. I put you against a wall or the dry range like so. I asked you to try and miss the dry range going back. Okay, so we'd miss it with the club head. Going back, squeeze that right elbow together. I put a ball between your two forearms there just to give you that feeling of squeezing. And that actually got the club sort of laid off, which is the feeling I want to get for you. And then again, on the way down, I want you to feel like you hit the dry range now. And we can see your club head actually from the top of the swing gets further away from the red line, as opposed to if we look at Alex's swing here, when he gets to the top, you'll see that as he starts down, he hits that red line, or very, very close to it. Look how close he is as he starts down. That's purely because the club head's working a bit more behind him. So you're going to miss it on the way up, hit it on the way down, work on that form, and that's going to square up your path. And then the second part of the lesson was we put a alignment stick in line with the ball, like there, and I should just make some tiny little swings and just try and feel like you hook the ball around that stick. And that was just to get the club face a little bit squarer coming into impact. And I want you to start your warm-ups with that. So just a little stick in the ground or a bottle of water, something there. Just try and feel like you start the ball just right at target. Get it bending back. That'll wake up the hands. And then you can rotate in between the dry range there, missing it back, hitting it on the way down, and then step up and hit a ball. If you work that way, it'd be very quick for you to fix it. It's great to meet you, Micky, as well. Very impressed. Easily get down to 4 handicap, no worries. And I look forward to seeing you soon.